Assalamu alaikum dear students. Today we are going to start the long question of the chapter number 9. Question number 1. Compare the properties of the solid, liquid and gas. So in this question we have to compare the properties of these three things like the solid, liquid and gas. So in solid state or in solid have a definite volume. You know about that the solid have a definite volume like the cube of the ice have a definite volume and liquid have a definite volume. Solid and liquid both have a definite volume, while in case of the gas have no definite volume. Clear? Because in between the gas there is a lot of spaces, so it doesn't have a definite volume. Shape. Now coming towards the shape, solid have a definite shape, you know about that as well. Made in liquid state they made the shape of their container. Like you put the glass of the water and this glass of the water you want to pour it into another bottle, so it will fill up the container. As well in case of the gas, they become the same shape as their container. Why? Because there is a lot of spaces between the particles, while in case of the solid there is no space between the particles and they have a definite shape. Space between the particles, you know about that the solid packed closely. Clear? The particles are very packed closely, while in case of the liquid, particles are the close together. There is a space between the particles of the liquid, while when we are talking about the gas there is a lot of space between the particles are very far apart from each other. Now coming towards the fourth one heading, which is the forces of attraction. So in case of the solid, forces between the particle are very strong. We are not able to separate it from each other. Coming towards the liquid, the forces between the particle are quite strong, little bit strong. While when we are talking about the gas, the forces between the particle are very weak, because there is a lot of space. They are very far apart from each other, so that's why the forces between them are very weak. Okay, now coming towards the density, have a very high density. Why? Because there is a minimum or no space between the particles in case of the solid. Have a medium density in case of the liquid have a medium density, उनकी density काफ़ी medium होती है. Now have a very low density in case of the gas have a very low density. गैस काफ़ी हल्का होता है. Compressibility, solid and liquid are not compressed. Why? Because there is a minimum or no space between the particles, while in case of the gas there is a lot of spaces between the particles, so we are able to easily compress it to each other. The particles are compressed to each other. So you know about that CNG is the compressed form of natural gas. Clear? So gas is easily compressed because there is a lot of space between the particles. Now coming towards the question number 2. So girls, your question number 2. Define a chemical change. What four things happen during a chemical change? You know about the chemical change in which the new substances are formed. So now coming towards the definition, in a chemical change, one or more new substances are formed and it is not easy to reverse the process. In a chemical change, new substances are formed, which is totally looks quite different from the substances we started with. And it is also known as chemical reactions. So, in chemical change, totally new substances are formed and it is not easily to back the process. So, in the chemical change, four things happen. The first one things a new substance is produced, which usually looks quite different from the substances we started with. Point number 2, energy is given out or taken in during the reaction. So in the point number 2 they are talking about that in a chemical reaction two things happen. Either energy is given out from the reaction, either energy is taken in from the surrounding. या एनर्जी आएगी रिएक्शन में या given out from the reaction. Clear? The change may be impossible to reverse. It is impossible to back the process. The total mass before the starting or after the starting, the total mass remains the same. Clear? These four things are happen during the chemical change. You can see in that picture, this is a diagram of the chemical change, burning of wood, in which the energy is given out to the surrounding. Now coming towards the question number 3, what are the differences between endothermic and exothermic reaction? Give examples. Now we are talking about, we discussed the endothermic reaction. First of all, endothermic reaction. Endo means in and therms mean heat. Endo means in and therms mean heat. It is a chemical reaction during which heat is taken in from the surrounding. That type of the reaction in which the energy or heat is taken in from the surrounding. Clear? Like the process of photosynthesis, in this process the plant absorbs the sunlight energy. Clear? As well sunlight energy. Clear? So the energy is taken in from the surrounding. So this is a process of the endothermic reaction. Cooking of food, you can observe at your homes, the cooking of food, in this process the energy absorbed. Clear? So this is called the endothermic reaction in which the energy is or heat is taken in from the surrounding. So the process of the photosynthesis, you can see the reaction CO2 plus H2O plus energy. That gives us glucose plus oxygen, which is released in the environment. Now coming towards the exothermic reaction. Exo means out and therms means heat. Clear? This is the abbreviation of the exothermic reaction. So the exothermic reaction, it is a chemical reaction during which heat is given out to the surrounding, like the process of the respiration and the burning of the fuel. In the respiration, the process of the respiration, the food molecule is break down from which the energy is released, like the burning of the fuel. In the burning of the fuel, we can burn anything like the coal or the wood. The heat is given out to the surrounding. So that things which gives the heat to the surrounding is called exothermic reaction. You can see in that reaction, CH4, which is the molecule of methane, plus oxygen, they both of combined together, they gives us carbon dioxide, H2O plus energy, which is given out to the surrounding. So all of you clear about the endothermic and exothermic reaction? You can see in that diagrams endothermic reaction. In endothermic reaction, the plant absorbs the sunlight energy. This is called the endothermic reaction. While in case of the exothermic reaction, the burning of food takes place in which the heat is given out to the surrounding. Coming towards the question number 4, what are the advantages of the using plastic over the metals? So plastics, the wood, plastics means soft. The main material plastics are soft material, and the wording mean of the plastic as well means soft. The main material for the making plastics are the hydrocarbons. You know about very clear about the hydrocarbons, compound of the hydrogen and carbon. Plastics are man-made material. Clear? They are made by the man. You can see in that picture the bucket and the cone, both of are composed of the plastics. Coming towards the advantages, following are the advantages of the plastics. Do not corrode. Plastic do not rot or corrode. Rot and corrode means खराब होना या जंग लगना. So the plastic do not corrode or the rot like the wood and metals. Insulators mean which allow the which allow the electricity to pass through it. So most plastics are the insulators, but metals are the good conductors of heat and electricity. Clear, plastics do not allow the electricity to pass through it, while the metals allow heat to pass through, allow electricity to pass through it. वेट, प्लास्टिक्स आर लाइट इन वेट, इनका वेट काफ़ी हल्का होता है, बट मेटल्स आर वेरी हैवी. शेप एंड कलर, दे कैन बी मेड इन द डिफरेंट शेप्स एंड कलर्स, while metals are in the same colors. Clear? So these are the properties of the plastics over the metals. Plastics do not float on the globe, while the metals are. Plastics are the good insulators. Clear? Now coming towards the question number 5, what is PVC? What are its properties? PVC, polyvinyl chloride. PVC, full form of the PVC is the polyvinyl chloride. PVC stands for polyvinyl chloride. It is a common type of plastics. Formation of PVC. It is formed by joining together ethylene gas and chlorine gas. Formation of PVC, how the PVC is formed. So PVC is formed by combining two gases, ethylene gas and chlorine gas. So these gases react to form ethylene dichloride. Then ethylene dichloride is heated. When the ethylene dichloride is formed, this ethylene dichloride is heated strongly to split up the molecules into vinyl chloride gases. These vinyl chloride gases together to make the PVC polymer. You know about the polymer? Polymer means when the small molecules combine together, they form a long molecule. This is called the polymer. Coming towards the properties, it is easily molded into different shape. By adding a chemical, it can be molded or it can be transferred into the different shape. It is rigid and colorless. But if it is necessary, it can be hardened and colored. ये hardened भी हो, सख्त भी हो सकता है और different colors में भी बन सकता है. To make the flexible items, if you want to make the flexible items, a substance which is called plasticizer is added to the polymer. Clear? So this substance plasticizer make the plastic flexible. Clear? Thank you, students.